What's up guys, Maximilian here, and welcome back to Season 2 of Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 The Online Warrior Episode 8. Now, we got some pretty unique ranked matches in this one, some interesting variety between these, and I think you guys might actually enjoy some of this stuff. Wesker starting off things with a happy birthday, and this should lead up to Doom coming out, throw up a sphere of flame right up Hagar's butt. And Sentinel comes down, and oh my god, I did not get my light attack fast enough, and Sentinel's crouching M armors right through it, X-Factors pops him back up, and I think that might be, that's just about it for the good doctor. Bye-bye, Doom. You would have been useful if you ain't dead. Oh my gosh, look at this mix-up. Hagar comes in the start. I've seen this happen before, and it's super ambiguous. I don't even think the person executing that mix-up exactly knows how to do it. Now, that was definitely a mistake by himself. He did not want to DHC Hagar in, I believe, because he had the mix-up opportunity to do the exact same thing again, and now he's in a horrendous situation. He has left Strider not snapped in with Ouroboros and level 3 X-Factor. That's going to do it against giant robots. If anything, lessons have taught me against Strider Hiryu and other giant robots, Strider likes to kill a bunch of giant robots. You might recognize Wolf Street 88 from the previous week's episode, where he had some really significant low-tier Phoenix Wright team, and this is about the lowest tierest it gets. Check this team out, dude. She-Hulk, Chun-Li, and Arthur. Man, if I don't play this safe, this is going to be bad. I'm going to get whammed, smacked, and thwacked, and I think Chun-Li's going to finish this up with the Kiko Show. So now we got some Chun-Li action. If this is true, Wolf Street 88 is ultimately the low-tier hero we all need but don't deserve. So let's see how it goes. Chun-Li is one of those characters that has to take advantage of a few moves, like lightning legs, like the her spinning bird kick, the invincible one especially. And if she can do that, man, she's pretty good. She's hard to deal with. She just becomes so annoying that she makes you make mistakes. Check that out. The spinning bird kick puts her in the air immediately after she hits the ground. It's almost a safe move, so you can't really do many mix-ups to her. It's kind of shocking. Chun-Li might actually have some possibilities to her, but she's just really hard to combo, man. It's some tough stuff. Arthur's covering her on the ground, and I think this might just do it for Miss Lee. If I'm able to get the hop dash into upward motion, and there she goes. She's dead. So now I got a quarter health Dr. Doom versus She-Hulk, Arthur, and Strider. Now that was way too impatient by myself. Doom can easily take out She-Hulk. The big issue was that I was so upset that I just got murdered by Chun-Li. That's gonna just about do it. I don't think there's anything Strider can do here now, and I didn't actually enter Ouroboros. The other thing I was worried about was the fact that his Arthur was still on the very end of his team, but he didn't have level 3, so I don't know what I was thinking. And Team Low Tier takes it. Wolf Street 88 is the hero everybody needs, but we don't deserve. Moving on, we got another match with Unhooking Axe. So, start things up with a Wesker loop, and missed the second part of it. Don't know exactly what happened there. I'm finding I'm finding a little bit easier way to maintain this team as far as Wesker and Strider. They work really well together, as well as Wesker working really well with Doom. Just personally, this is the thing, guys. I've gotten to the point where I've tried so many other characters and teams that I don't have the initial time to invest into, like, Marvel 3 to get really good. And it takes a long time to get good with specific characters, I think, in Ultimate. Especially, I'm talking about an online environment. And it's gotten to the point where I'm able to play this team and I'm figuring out these little mix-ups, things I never really did before, even though I've been playing this team since it, like, came out practically. And it's fun. I find I'm liking Ultimate Marvel 3 Online a lot more now that I'm actually comfortable with the team. And oh my god, Hagar stops Strider from the incoming. He goes in and goes for the spit instead of the heavy attack. Now I think he might have actually been able to juggle my entire team to death, but it doesn't work that way. Doom is able to throw. Oh, I guess not. Human blenders will not be happening today. But Strider is alive and he fights well against giant robots. And I remember that thing I told you before, how Strider's crouching heavy is nerfed under X-Factor? I really need to make that video just to prove that point, because I think that's true for a lot of the cast. Hit Taskmaster, this should definitely do it for the man with a skeleton face. And oh my gosh, missed the OTG opportunity. Now, the reason he brought in Hagar is because Hagar is a natural counter to Strider because of that right there. However, if you're able to bait out a Lariat from Hagar, you can get a free combo. What I like about it is that you just dash forward, he'll do it. You don't want to teleport in on him, and then you do something like the quick slide. But now we have a situation where I can die from almost anything, and so can Hagar as well. And here comes some animals. That's pretty much the best bet right here. I should probably pop an orb just to keep it safe. And yeah, I actually mystically did it in between there. Probably don't want to pop the orb. I could most likely save that for combo opportunities afterwards, especially against Taskmaster. However, it's keeping these guys at bay. I don't want Hagar to pipe me to death, and Ooh, he goes for a move that ends up leading to him not living. The unliving. And now Taskmaster gets crossed up at the very start, and if this combo finishes... Oh, that's a kind of a far distance. There we go. If you guys notice, when you do Legion sometimes the animals on the bottom aren't as fast as the animals on top. It makes no sense. Legion is one of the most random hypers I've ever seen in this game. And it can be really, really, really frustrating. Sometimes it just won't work. It's one of those things, man. I'm trying to find out ways. Maybe if you hold forward on the controller, maybe if you hold, you know, your attacks together, maybe it does something, but it just seems really random. Nonetheless, Magneto is one of those difficult characters I think Wesker has a tough time against. You kind of have to play really lame against him. And he misses his combo, which is not good, but I'm gonna kill him. It didn't happen, and he's able to not combo after the missiles either. Missiles actually don't have that much hit stun. Oh my god. DHC into Dormammu. I'm probably gonna DHC into Doom, throw the Sphere Flame up because I want to stop his ball of fire from coming out, and the Sphere Flame will hit him on the way down. Don't know why I went into some finger lasers there, just because I was like, oh, there's so much crap going on, let's just reset things. How about it? How about it? And his Dormammu is definitely a teleporting Dormammu. Gonna have to be really careful, especially online, and Dr. Doom, as a result, is dead as hell. Dormammu's one of those characters, I don't know, I should probably use him. He seems so good, especially in an online environment with his full-screen super and stuff of that nature. Yeah, man. He's an effective-ass character, especially with Doom missiles. But Strider actually hit Doom back there, I think, and it left me an opportunity to X-Factor, pop Dormammu back up, and this potentially could kill. I don't know exactly what happened. I can't even tell you. That should have done something, but it didn't. Oh, hit by the missiles. Dormammu now has a chance to exit out, but no, this will actually hit. That's right. If you're able to get the gunshot before Sphere Flame, it does hit. So now we have a... Oh, there's one of the mix-up opportunities I was talking about. If you actually jump back with the gunshot, call Strider teleport to the other side. If they block the gunshot, they have to block to the other side. Little things like that, that makes me really comfortable with this team, instead of me using like other teams right now, which might take a long time for me to use. And with like the few hours I get to play Marvel like every week online, I kind of like winning. It's one of those things where I enjoy winning, and I enjoy using the characters on this team. I actually have fun with it, and I think having fun with the characters I'm playing is more important than trying out something that I'm probably not going to enjoy. Nonetheless, Strider's doing the exact same thing we saw in a game before, throwing out a bird with a bomb on top of it, and leads into a combo. Go up for the remainder, and I don't know if I'll go for the Legion afterwards. I don't have enough meter to do so. And look at that quick hop straight into a combo with Dr. Doom. He's probably going to kill Strider at this point. That is the thing, man. You got to be really careful against these guys that are like Cosmic Lords and stuff like that. And I don't know why he didn't try to kill Strider. Nonetheless, he dies anyway. Wesker comes in, and now we have a bad situation. A bad situation. I'm just trying to get out of here, and that butter gun, man, is going to keep me locked up for a little while. Probably don't want to be jumping back with the gunshot too much. Oh, butter gun is going to hit that, that's for sure. And finger laser is going to keep Wesker at bay for a little while. I'm actually trying to run at this point, and that's not the best of ideas. If he had gone into level 3, he probably would have won. He's going to go into finger lasers, which will probably stop Wesker. And I don't even know. It's like Wesker completely avoided the bottom portion of the screen and went straight up for him and like locked on. And I randomly take that game. Congratulations, Wesker. You're one of the most crazy mo-fifas ever in a fighting game. These are some matches against Ketsui Storm, and this match, I remember this one. This is exactly what happens when I go against Ketsui. He's a low-tier fighter as well. He uses, not as much low-tier, but he starts with Tron Bonne. This stuff is crazy. Like, if you miss a throw opportunity at the start, Tron Bonne gets a standing heavy, and then, bam, she's able to go in and get Frank into level 5 immediately. Look how easy it was to get Frank to level 5, and I'm literally going to die to chip damage because I can't get out of the corner. This is how well things can go for this team if they're able to lock you down. And now that Frank is in, I don't even... you have to get a random hit and pray to God. That's literally about it against Frank West, because you're fighting one of the best characters in the game at this point. Once Frank goes level 5, the potential of anybody's team changes dramatically. And look how much damage this is doing. Dr. Doom is probably going to die easily at the end of this. Look at that, dude. It's just crazy. This is how things go when I fight against Ketsui online. It either goes in my favor and lasts a little long, or all of this thing goes to this crazy, intricate plan he has. Look at that cross under heavy attack, and it's going to lead to Strider being dead as hell. Now, one of the things I saw in this fight was the fact that, oh my god, I'm going to need to change plans significantly, because that was bad. That was really bad. And it was mostly the fact that I was putting pressure on Tron at the start, and Tron's startup game, like, you know, when the characters are pushing against each other and they can jump around before the game says fight, is really powerful because she can go into a grab that'll lead into a crazy setup that'll lead to Frank West getting to level 5, or she can go from a random heavy attack that'll lead into something even more insane that does a ridiculous amount of damage. You can see how his heavy attacks, even from throws, go to full screen hit confirms, but he barely misses that one there, so this gives me a couple of opportunities. Now, what Tron has, which is one of her weaknesses, is not a complete safe air recovery, which means that I can actually throw her. Morgan comes in, and Morgan's one of those really tough characters to deal with. I think Strider is, if you use Strider Assist, it's almost impossible to hit Morgan. And that probably is, oh my gosh, I thought that was going to miss, and now we have a fairly bad situation. However, Frank is in here, and he's only level 1, which gives me hope, and barely juggled him there, barely juggled him. Gonna pop him back up, and I'm gonna make sure Frank West is dead, because he is the one that caused me so much pain, so much anguish, and so many shopping carts in the previous match. Goodbye, Frank. It was nice knowing you. So now we have an opportunity, going up against Morgan with full health and Tron with little. Tron is not the amazing assist character she used to be, however, she's still pretty effective nonetheless, which makes her a better point character now. I'm not too sure about her X-Factor capabilities, but Ketsui's doing a pretty good job at comboing me, but misses the very end part, and that probably would have been a level 3 from Morgan, which would have led to almost sure death. But now Morgan is in a situation where almost sure death is surely going to happen. Surely sure death, surely going to happen. Double foot dive, foot stomp, and she is dead as well. Call in Strider, throw out a bird, bring in Ouroboros, and let's finish this thing up. Even Strider versus giant robots that are not giant robots completely. Even if they're little girls and giant robots, Strider doesn't care. He is relentless, and he takes them down. So, Ketsui's definitely the player I wanted to highlight in this episode. He's a really awesome team, really interesting stuff, and it's also amazing to see Tron on point used effectively. Thank you guys very much for tuning in to another week of Ultimate Marvel 3 The Online Warrior. My name is Maximilian, and I'll see you next time.